everyone, my name's Rosalind and this is a little short yoga flow for runners, for when you come back in after a run, or if you're just feeling tight and you feel like you would like to stretch everything out. We'll start in a cross-legged position. Cross-legged isn't actually always comfortable for us runners, or really just for people who sit at a desk chair, working in an office all day in general. You might want to get yourself some padding. I'm going to sit on a blanket and a small cushion, and I'll just stick that underneath my buttocks to get my hips higher than my knees. If sitting cross-legged is not comfortable for you, full stop, just come to sit in whatever seat is comfortable for you. As long as you've got a tall spine and you feel comfortable, that's the main thing. So closing the eyes, letting the shoulders slide down away from the ears, and just taking a moment here to connect with your breath. And quite a nice way to work this is to take the hands onto the belly, and as you breathe, feel for letting the belly expand into your hands as you inhale. And just starting to let the breath slow down. And allowing yourself to fully arrive in this space on your yoga mat. Noticing whatever that is to feel in your body, having completed your run today. And then releasing hands down, opening the eyes. We'll come into a seated twist. So I'll mirror you. So taking your left hand onto the floor behind you, right hand comes over to rest on the left leg. Take a big inhale, lengthen up. And as you exhale, gently twisting towards your left. Notice when the head just starts to spin round. I call this owl neck. Keep the chin in line with the sternum, so you're actually finding a twist more through the torso rather than just the head and neck. So big inhale, lengthening rib cage up. And exhale, gently twisting. And inhale, lengthening up. And exhale, twisting. Inhale to bring yourself back to center. Change the crossover on your legs. I just say this because we always normally sit with the same foot in front, so it's good to keep things changing over. And then taking the right hand onto the floor behind you, left hand onto the right knee, big inhale, lengthen. And exhale, gently twisting. Noticing when shoulders come up, let shoulders slide down. And once again, chin stays in line with sternum, so we find the twist through our torso. Inhale, lengthening up, and exhale, twisting. Inhale to come all the way back round to centre. Release your legs, come off of your padding, extend your legs out, just give the legs a little bob up and down, a little roll from side to side. Make some small circles with the ankles in one direction and then back in the other. Ankle mobility is so important for us as runners, but I think that unless you have an injury in your ankle, we often forget about this part of the body. Point the toes down towards the floor and flex all the way back. Point toes down and flex back. Bend the legs up and sit with your feet about hip distance apart. Hands go on the floor behind. This is called windscreen wipers. Take an inhale as you exhale, knees relax over towards your left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, releasing the knees over towards your right. Inhale back to center, exhale, knees move to left. So coming onto the sides of the feet here, inhale to center, exhale, knees relax over to the right. Inhale back to center. This is called Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet together. If your hips are really tight, rather than yanking the feet in, move the feet further forward so you make more of a diamond shape with the legs. Hands might rest on the legs. If you're feeling a bit more open, they can come onto the floor. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, come into your forward fold. So if you're quite tight through the hips, this is external hip rotation here, you might stay quite lifted up, that's okay. If you are rounding a lot in your back, then you will work this with some padding underneath the buttocks. So you might grab a blanket or a cushion and sit on that, so you're able to keep the low back nice and straight. So coming forwards, breathing into the low back, letting the shoulders relax, letting the neck relax a little as well. Inhale, bringing yourself up. Use the hands to close the legs back together. We'll work with a little core strengthening work. Come down to lie on your back. So core strengthening, really important for us runners. When we get tired, when we're running, our core is one of the first things to go, and then we end up with sloppy running form, which can lead to low back pain, but also other injuries up and down the chain as well. So let's connect with our core a little bit more. Lie down the back, legs bent, feet flat on the floor. Interlace all 10 fingers, hands come behind the back of the head, and elbows point towards the ceiling. This is called elbow to knee, something we work with in Forrest Yoga. Inhale, lifting head and shoulders up. Now whole breath, press low back into the mat and curl tailbone up. On exhale, move elbows towards the left knee, picking left foot up. Knee stays above the hip, pull the belly all the way down. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Whole breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. And exhale, elbows towards right knee, pick right foot up, pull the belly all the way down. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Whole breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. And exhale, elbows to left knee, pick left foot up, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Whole breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. And exhale, elbows towards right knee, pick right foot up, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, right foot down. Whole breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows to left knee, pick the left foot up. Now notice if you're on the left shoulder blade, pick it up, scoop the armpit towards the ceiling, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, head stays up. Whole breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. And exhale, elbows towards right knee, right foot up, lifting the right armpit up, pulling the belly down. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release the head and shoulders down and release the hands. Take some deep breaths, breathe into the muscles you were just using. From here, bridge pose. Bringing the feet hip distance apart, tips of fingers just touching the backs of the heels here, stacking the knees above the ankles, and then the arms rest out to the sides. Taking a big deep breath in. Then exhale, pressing through feet, lift lower, mid, and upper back up. This is bridge pose. As you inhale, ribs lift towards chin. Exhale, press through the feet strongly. Use the glutes to lift the hips up. Feel for breathing into the fronts of the thighs, into hips. Big deep breath in. And exhale, lowering down. Upper back comes down. Pause, tuck tailbone. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower mid back down. Keep tucking the tailbone. Low back comes down, keep tucking tailbone, and then the low back and the pelvis releases down onto the floor. You can bring the feet mat distance apart, working with windscreen wipers one more time. Coming back to center, drawing the knees in towards the chest, rolling to one side, coming all the way on up to sit. Okay, let's fix my hair and then we'll move into a hands and knees position. We call this tabletop. So stacking the hips above the knees, hands will come down shoulder distance apart, spread fingers nice and wide. Cat-cow stretches. Inhale, lengthening forward, broadening across the collarbones. Exhale, arching the back up towards the ceiling, strong tuck in the tailbone. Inhale, sliding forwards, broadening across collarbones. And exhale, arching the back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming forwards, broadening across collarbones, head lifts. And exhale, arching up towards the ceiling. Inhale, coming back to center. And then we'll come back into a wide-kneed child's pose. So bringing the big toes to touch, buttocks rest back on heels. If you're tight through the legs, which is very, very feasible if you have been out running and or if you have a desk job, get a cushion off your sofa, stick it between your heels and your bum. If you need more than one, you can work with that. And then bringing the hands and the arms forwards, forehead rest down onto the mat. Taking some breaths here, reaching the arms forwards actively so you feel the stretch now through the side body. And then walking the hands around towards the left, right hand comes on top of left, your forehead will stay down, breathing through the right side of your ribs. Inhale, walking hands back to center, coming to the other side, bringing the right hand over to the right, left hand comes on top of right, feeling the stretch now through the left side of the ribs. Inhale, coming back to center, walking hands back under the shoulders, get your cushion out of the way, and we'll press back into downward dog. So fingers spread wide, toes tuck under, take an inhale, exhale, hips lift up. Having the feet about hip distance apart, broadening across the upper back and using the muscles that are around the shoulder blade to support shoulders. From here, we'll walk our dog out, pedaling the legs. So bending the left knee, press the right heel towards the mat. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, right knee bends, left heel moves towards the mat. Heel might not touch, that's okay. Inhale, back to center, exhale, pressing down through the right heel. Inhale, back to center, exhale, pressing down through the left heel, right leg bends. Inhale, coming to a neutral position. Then moving into lunge. As you inhale, step the left foot forwards. You might use your hand to help that foot and bring the right knee down. Stick some padding under your right knee if you need it. Bringing the hips up. This is a lunge position, so evening the hips off. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Then maybe exhale, sinking a little further forwards. Feeling for what gives you a really nice stretch through the front of your right hip. Reaching up through the arms. Pressing through the left foot. From here, shifting hips back slightly, we'll move into a twist. Bring the right hand to the floor, to the inside of your left foot, a good 10 inches, and then extending the left arm up towards the ceiling. Keep easing the left hip back. You'll feel the stretch through the outer left hip. Gaze might lift up towards the ceiling. You can also play with relaxing the neck as well. Deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the left hand down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the right foot forwards into your lunge. Left knee comes down, padding that knee up, and then inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, coming forwards into your lunge. Notice if you're sticking the butt out a lot, tuck tailbone down. Feel for lengthening the low ribs away from hips. Inhale, shifting hips back, twist on this side. Inhale, lengthen through left arm. Exhale, left hand to the floor to the inside of your right hip. Right arm reaches up. Spin round so you can see this one. Once again, ease the right hip back as you extend the right arm up. Left hand about 10 inches or so to the inside of the right foot. Option maybe to look up. Option also, this is my much preferred one, to relax the neck. Deep breath in. Exhale, releasing the right hand down and stepping back into downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, this time inhale, lifting the left leg up and back and making some little circles with the ankle in one direction and then in the other. Deep breath in. As you exhale, step the left foot through, maybe using a hand to help it. This time come up into a warrior one. Back foot turns into about 60 degrees. You might lift the heel, especially if your calves are very tight from lots of running. We're working with shoulder shrugs here, so letting the arms relax down by the sides, both legs very strong. Take a big inhale, breathe into upper back. The whole breath, bring shoulders straight up, squeeze them back, exhale, drag down. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Squeeze middle shoulder blades together, exhale, drag down. Bend arms, big inhale, breathe into upper back. Squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades and elbows towards each other, and exhale, drag down. Arms relax down. Take a big inhale, breathe into upper back. Hold breath, shoulders up, squeeze back, exhale, drag down. Inhale, breathe into upper back. Squeeze middle shoulder blades together, exhale, drag down. Bending arms, inhale into upper back. Squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades together, elbows together, and exhale, drag down. Bring the hands to the floor to either side of the front foot, coming onto the ball of the back foot for a lunge with the back knee lifted. You might stay here. Hands might come onto the thigh, arms can be up in the air. We're working to open through the front of the hip and the quad. Better to work down with more support to facilitate that than to be fighting yourself being up here. So modify so this pose works for your body. Press actively back through the back heel. Keep breathing deeply. To release, if the arms are up in the air, bring the hands onto the floor. This time taking a step back into plank pose. And you might be bringing the knees down if you need to in your plank. Otherwise, pressing back through the heels very, very strong. Taking a deep breath in, exhale, lower knees, and then lower the hips and then lower the shoulders down. Inhale, cobra, pull ribs forwards and up. Exhale, pull forwards to lower, adjust hands under shoulders, press back, downward dog. Coming into our warrior one on the other side, so inhale, right leg reaches up. Making little circles with the ankle in one direction, ankle and foot, and then going back the other. And a deep breath in, step your right foot through, maybe with a helping hand, coming up into warrior one. Maybe coming onto the ball of the back foot if the calf is very tight. Letting arms relax down, then big inhale into upper back for shoulder shrugs. Hold breath, shoulders up, squeeze back, exhale, drag down. Inhale into upper back. Squeeze middle shoulder blades together, exhale, drag down. Inhale into upper back. Bend arms at elbows, squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades together, elbows towards each other, exhale, drag down. Arms relax down, second set. Inhale into upper back. Hold breath, shoulders up, squeeze back, exhale, drag down. Inhale into upper back. Squeeze mid shoulder blades together, exhale, drag down. Bend arms at elbows, inhale into upper back. Squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, and exhale, drag down. Bring the hands to either side of your right foot. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Option to stay here with hands down, hands on the thigh, arms might be up in the air. You feel what works for you. Inhale, breathe into the front of the left hip. Exhale, press back through the left heel. Strong leg, feel for using the glutes to support you. With a deep breath in, exhale, releasing the arms and hands down, this time stepping back into downward dog. And then pedaling the legs out, sending the right heel to the floor, left knee bends, inhale to center, exhale, pedaling out to the other side. Noticing how the legs hopefully easing off a little. And then inhale, stepping the left foot through. This time bringing the right knee down, padding up the right knee, straighten out through the left leg. Point the ball of the left foot towards the floor, take an inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold over the leg. In Forrest Yoga we call this nomad's pose. Inhale, lifting up, moving into pigeon. Bringing the left knee to the left side of the mat. If hips are tight, grab some padding, stick it underneath the left hip and buttock. You might need a couple of things under there if you're very tight. Take an inhale, lengthen spine, and exhale, folding forwards. Pigeon pose doesn't necessarily work for everybody in terms of the the pressure that you might be feeling in the front knee. If you prefer, come to lie on the back, bend the left leg, hook it to the outside of the right thigh, left arm through to hold the back of the right thigh or hold the shin, drawing the knee in. And this is a great alternative to working with your pigeon. From your pigeon, so if you're still in pigeon, inhale coming up, tucking the toes under on the back foot, stepping back into your plank. Pressing back through heels, deep breath in. Exhale, lower knees, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra, pulling ribs forwards and up. And exhale, pressing back, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forwards, left knee comes down, pad the knee up, straightening through the front leg, pointing the ball of the foot towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up, moving into pigeon on this side. So bringing the right knee to the right side of the mat, padding underneath the left hip and buttock. We're aiming to have the hips as parallel as we can get here. Back leg reaches straight back, and then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold here. If things are pretty tight, you might not be folding forward so far. So either staying here, or if you're taking the back modification or variation on this side, right ankle to the outside of left thigh, right arm through the triangle to hold the back of the thigh. You might hold the shin in your work here. Whether you were in pigeon or back release, releasing and stepping back into downward facing dog. Pedaling out, noticing what shifted, letting the hips move from side to side. You might work lifting a leg up to stretch it out if you wish. Working with that on both sides. And then from here, bringing knees down, keeping the knees together this time, taking a rest back in child's pose, forehead rest down. Inhale, bringing yourself up and coming down to lie on your back. Extending the legs out, then drawing the right knee into the chest for a twist. Left hand holds right knee from the outside, deep breath in, and exhale, moving your right knee over towards the left. This right arm, well, hopefully you're not going to have a yucca plant in the way of where you want to put it. You might have it out to the right side. You might to bend that arm or keep it a little lower. Work with what feels right for your shoulder. Left hand can ease the right knee down. If you want more of a stretch for your IT band, you might actually extend that leg straight out. That will give you much more of a stretch through here. That might feel good. Might feel like it's way too much, in which case keeping the leg bent, there's a lot to be had from this version of the twist as well. Bending the arms to 90 degrees, inhale, draw the right knee back to center. Just take a moment to draw both knees in, and then we'll work on the other side. So right leg extends out, right hand holds left knee, deep breath in, and exhale, moving. Right knee over to the left. It's a bit tighter on this side for me. Adjust the left arm so this feels comfortable. And breathing into the outer left hip. Bending arms to 90 degrees, inhale, coming back to center. Hug knees into the chest, just having a little rock from side to side. Maybe taking a happy baby, drawing the knees towards armpits. Hands hold the inner arches of the feet or the outer if you prefer. If your hammies are really tight, bend the legs, heels move more towards the buttocks. And then just gently having a little rock from side to side, breathing into hips, breathing into low back. And drawing knees into chest, bringing the feet down, Either working with the legs bent, knees resting against each other, or extending the legs out and just taking a moment here to rest in your Shavasana. You might stay here in your Shavasana. If you think you're going to fall asleep, set yourself a little timer. Just letting everything get still and quiet. Maybe staying here. You set your timer if you want to stay. Otherwise, as you're ready, coming on up to sit. So that was a little flow, a little post-run flow. Hope you enjoyed it. Drink plenty of water after your practice and obviously after your run as well. And tune in for more little yoga flows like this that you can work with to help you to support your running. Hope you enjoyed the practice. Thank you very much for joining me.